Hello everyone and welcome to the Action Figuratorium. My name is Mark Major. I'm a real big toy collector, and look at the production values of this show, folks. It's just like a real show. Now, on my channel, I cover a lot of action figure crowdfund Kickstarters. And one of them that I covered was by a company called Rocom. It was their Mighty Maniax figures. These are figures designed for the Glyos system. And not only did I cover it, I ended up becoming a backer. Well, guess what? It funded and it fulfilled and I got my stuff. So today we're going to ask the question, was it worth the wait? We're going to check out and see what I got. So everybody strap on the leather. Hold on tight. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, as you know, I was up until sort of a few years back, of what the Glyos system is. It's a system designed by this sort of design company, and it allows sort of toy manufacturers, indie toy manufacturers, to make figures within the system that allow them to be interchangeable. And if you want something interesting of note, if you're one of those interesting of note people, check this out, okay? Let's go desktop cam. This is an interview from 2014. Does anybody remember 2014? Maybe you should. This is in a site called itsalltrue.net. I will post a link to this interview. It is about the Four Horsemen and their new line of figures they were going to launch called Mythic Legions. Does anybody remember Mythic Legions? Probably not. But check out this quote. This is the first line of the Four Horsemen answering this sort of, it's kind of a press release type interview rather than like some sort of hard-hitting thing, but some interesting stuff in here. It says, Mythic Legions is our new 4-inch scaled fantasy action figure line that utilizes Onell Design's Glyos system of interchangeability to allow figures to mix and match parts for maximum customizability, okay? Goes on to say, the line has been planned as a 4-inch line from the beginning. All right, we all know that Mythic Legions are not 4-inch, they're 6-inch, but originally they were planning to use this system in the 4-inch scale. Why didn't they? Well, that's probably the subject of another video, and it's probably a much longer video than this video. But all I'm here to say is that I, in fact, covered and backed this other company that decided to go forth with their designs in this sort of 4-inch Glyos scale. Let's go to their Kickstarter now. And this is the Mighty Maniax. You see I gave it a smiley face. That's a lot. That says a lot right there. So originally what this campaign was for was these 8 guys that you see up here, these little dudes, and they're interchangeable. And if you go to the rewards, they're anywhere from 20 to like 25 bucks, right? There's a blue guy, there's a red guy, there's a skeleton man, there's a sort of white guy, there's a translucent dude, then we get this kind of barbarian guy, but he's got sort of like a Swami cap on, and there's another barbarian dude and he's got sort of goggles on. By the way, they come with multiple heads, etc., and they come in multiple colors, right? And this is the guy that I thought was the coolest, this Death Row. He's 25 bucks. Comes with 3 different heads, but he's got the cool sort of, you know, horn thing. And then of course they've got various packs, etc., that kind of thing. So what we should do is go over to the bench. That is my photography psych table over there, and we should open up the pack. It's just a little envelope they sent me, and see exactly what it is I got and talk about it for just a moment. So let's cruise. Make sure I got enough rope on my mic cable here. Give me a sec. Let's cruise on over to the bench, as it were, and rustle up some excitement over there, shall we? All right, so walking over, you can probably, here, we'll move the cam a little bit. You can still see me in frame to get some perspective of where I am in the room. This is the envelope I got. Now, it was number 257. Now, what I did, right, was I ordered a blank figure. The blank figures were $14. Okay, and how I did this, because they did not actually have any way for you to buy only a blank. Was only available as an add-on. So I ended up spending $1 and buying the one coloring page PDF. Okay, I got the hey, you know, this is just like a real studio, and we got some more light on the subject. Okay, so I got the $1 PDF coloring book, and then I added a $14 figure onto it, so $15. So here's what's in the pack, right? They sent me a sticker, Mighty Maniax. It looks a little bit like the Nickelodeon thing, but that's cool. And then there's a sort of a trading card. This is really nice cardstock. It's got a little bit of some silver around the border there. It's pretty cool. Definitely some dude drew this. There's no doubt about that. Not quite, I wouldn't quite call him professional comic book artist, but he did make this. Okay. And then here's the guy. Comes in a little sealed bag. And I imagine if you got multiple guys, you got multiple sealed bags. We're going to do a little cutting on air. This could qualify as an unboxing video. See no reason why it shouldn't. All right, let's see what we got. So by the way, when you ordered the unpainted figure, it comes blind box. So this is my very first time checking this dude out, and I got a barbarian guy in the Swami hat, right? And you get a couple extra heads with it. This guy with hair, a bald guy. And then there's some sort of like little extra pins or something. Little joints or something like that. I'm sure that they're probably to help you in case they break. Now supposedly you should be able to just take these apart. Yeah, there you go. And you know, swap the parts out. I only got the one guy, so there's, you know, nothing to swap them with, but that was pretty easy. I didn't even have to like use the blow dryer. Also, by the way, in Oregon it's in the 40s right now, so it's not particularly hot out. But this dude came apart no problem. He didn't break or anything like that. He's a cool little buddy. He's kind of like a miniature sort of Motu He-Man guy, I guess you could say. I don't know, maybe we can just stand him up like that, and you know, I suppose we'll see how close I can get him and it will stay in focus. Hard to tell from where I'm at, but not a bad little dude. Now the reason why I decided to go the $14 route is I wanted to check out the quality. I wanted to see what these guys were about, because you know, when they do these Kickstarters, that they have extra product left over that they use to sell, okay? That's kind of the point of the Kickstarter, is to launch your business. Use it to pay for new molds, get the figures in, but then you also buy as many other figures as you can get, and that is where you're going to make your profit. So if you like this, if you get one guy and you like it, you know that you can go to their website afterwards and buy some more. And we're going to take a look and see what else they have for sale. But I am a person who likes to customize and kit bash, and I do enjoy painting. I'm not the greatest at it, but I also am not the worst at it. And I figured this could be kind of a cool challenge to paint this guy. I think he could be a lot of fun. So let's see exactly what else you can get from these cats. Switch back over and go to rocomtoys.com, go to Mighty Maniax. So you can get all of the 8 figures for $175. Some of these are only like $5 more than they were in the Kickstarter. For example, the 2-pack here of these guys, the sort of the half glow in the dark and the glow in the dark guy. That's the death row, by the way. $55. It was only $50 at the Kickstarter level. Same thing with these guys, the translucent guy and eyeball guy. Pretty cool. These are all painted, by the way. The ones I got, the dude I got, blind box, unpainted. Weapons pack for $14, and most of the guys that they had up for sale are available. There's only a couple that I don't see in the list that maybe they had limited quantities and they sold out. Now these guys did have a very special one-day only sale for people who were backers, and that included me, and they gave you a special password. To be honest, I kind of spaced it out. It was December 26th. There was a lot going on, i.e. nothing going on, and I kind of spaced it out. And so if that guy, if the death throw guy, the cool guy with the horns, I said, if he's gone and I missed out on him, well, that's too bad. I guess that's what happens. But this dude, who you can see, where is this guy? Thrasher. So right here, 20 bucks, you can get them on the site for 20 bucks, exactly what you could have gotten the Kickstarter for. So I think that that's kind of cool in a way, because, you know, like I said, if you sampled it and you kind of missed out on buying a whole bunch of these, but you waited like I did, well, now I can go in and I kind of swoop some of these up for essentially the same price that I paid at the Kickstarter. I don't know if these are on Big Bad Toy Store. You know, I could use a Google search, but like I said, sometimes you get tired. So these are the figures, plus there are some figures from the previous Kickstarter that they did. They still got some in stock, so if you missed out on the previous one from a couple years before, you can see that they still got them. And there they are. Gunner Commandos 2 figure set, Cooldown DX action figure. These are all old dudes, but you might be into these guys. Also, come with a lot of accessories, heads, add-ons, things like that. There's a lot of interesting stuff. You might want to sort of do a little kit bashing within this world. Don't know. Hard to say. So, was it worth the wait? I think it was worth the wait. I think it was definitely worth throwing 15 bucks in the gas tank for these guys. I think it's also going to be worth it to pick up a couple more of these guys. I think some of the lizard men might be worth getting. Maybe the translucent guy might be worth getting. Also, they've got a bunch more blanks for 15 bucks, which is exactly what I paid if you include the PDF coloring book, which, you know, I did download. I did take a look at it, did not color it, but I could do that. That was something I was into. So for 15 bucks, maybe get a couple blanks and maybe paint them up and make your own sort of weirdo army or whatever it is. I don't know. All in all, I think it deserves a second look if you're sort of a hardcore action figure collector of sort of unusual dudes like this. Again, they're kind of like miniature Motu guys, or maybe sort of blimped out muscle guys. Remember the MUSCLE guys from the 80s, that kind of thing? You always see a lot of people kind of making retro versions of them. This is kind of like that, and of course they do the pop and swap within themselves, and if it uses the system, supposedly you can find other manufacturers. I haven't went looking, but you can find other manufacturers who use the same system, and you should be able to mix and match parts. So maybe that's interesting to you for that. Maybe you are the ultimate kit basher. Don't know. But thanks everybody who made it this far in the video. If you're not liking, subscribing, give it a shot. It may be the thing that you're into. All right, stay charged, everybody.